Ladies and gentlemen, this is Internet Personality Vangelus, and I am back to talk about the Red Sentai Ninja Man, who's not actually Ninja Man. It's Hurricane Red, and I'm going to be talking about the Hurricane Red version of this dude now. There's a review up of the American-released Bluefin-backed Red Wind Ranger, and you've probably already seen that if you're seeing this. I want to spend some of this time talking about a few things. One very big, obvious thing, but before I get to that, I should probably mention a few things about the figure. Number one, I did glaze over this because I keep forgetting that their sheaths do this, but in the show, the sheath would turn into a gun, and this thing doesn't. So when I said these guys had the complete accessory loadout, I was mistaken. But I don't really mind because, as I said, I keep forgetting these things do that. I suppose it would have been as simple as just having a second one of these, like a solid piece that was just the gun. So, darn it! Also, that horrifying squeaking that was coming out of the shoulders. I fixed it. Because earlier today, in fact, on February the 13th, 2014, I got my very first bottle of shock oil. And I very sparingly tried to figure out how to get it into the pin disc that was squeaking so loud. Because getting it into the ball joint down inside the torso was pretty easy with a toothpick, because that was squeaking too. But working it into the pin disc joint was a bit more of a learning curve, and I was trying not to use very much shock oil, because shock oil is something you don't want to use a whole lot of. It's also why I didn't videotape it, because I had no idea what I was doing. Now that I do, I should probably videotape it sometime. Although Toku Nation has a pretty good video up that I used as reference. But this guy, Hurricane Red, comes with an extra piece from Akiba Ranger Season 2. It is a gold vest thing. It gives him the power of the ninja, Shurikenger. It looks pretty cool. It chills out on a surface, and I hate it. So, it holds together pretty well once you're, putting it together for storage or for having it sit on the floor. Friction tabs, there's 4 of them. They grip pretty decently. There's a bit of flex in this plastic, but overall things seem alright. You go to put it onto Hurricane Red, and that's where everything goes wrong, at least for me, because it fits him okay. You can see the ports are all ready to go. You tab this in. No matter what I do, it feels like he is just like a micrometer too wide for this thing to actually fit onto him, and it's terrible. It never fully clasps together. I can kind of balance it together, and if it just, just don't touch him very much, everything's fine. You can put his sword back on, and I touch the front, so I don't know, but you start messing with them, blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, there it goes. I hate this thing. I'm pretty sure it could be fixable with a little bit of maybe some thickening of the tabs, but the thing that makes me a little bit wary to do so is it does tab together super solidly when it's not going on to him. So I feel like this thing there's something dimensionally does not quite play right between the space that's inside here and the amount of mass that's going into it when you put it onto Hurricane Red. So I really don't like this thing. It's one of the worst Figuarts accessories I've ever had. I even dropped it on the floor by accident. It's so bad. Actually, that was my fault. Trying to be better about taking responsibility for things. Actually, you know what? I just realized, because I heard a dog outside, it was probably the dog that their bark pushed the air through my window that blew this out of my hands, and I wasn't ready for it, so, it wasn't my fault. But yeah, a lot of Figuarts accessories can be hit or miss at times when you go digging deep enough into the line's history, but I have never encountered something quite as maddeningly crap as this thing. And if you are trying to pay a premium to get a hold of it from Japan, don't. Now, doesn't look like you really have to, because this dude, I don't think he really became scarce ever since he came out over in Japan. So if you do want to get Hurricane Red rather than the Red Wind Ranger, I don't think it's a lot of trouble. But if someone's going to try to hold you up for like 10 or 20 bucks for this thing, then walk away. It is not worth your time, and I really don't like it. So go away. Anyway, this has been Internet Personality Vangelus, just giving the quick update on the Japanese end of the Ninja Red Power Ranger Sentai Man. And I guess I'll just go and try to figure out where that thing bounced off to. Oh, great, it's split in half, too. Wonderful. Wonderful. Stupid gold vest!